I'm, your friendly host, Rolex Whisky. I'm a big deal on Instagram in my own mind, but this is like a whole next level. And, here to have fun and honestly educate people on other ways to get luxury spirits as a whiskey collector. And I think BlockBar is really establishing their name as the premium luxury spirit distributor. And their first bourbon is with Drew and the crew over at Buffalo Trace and Sazerac. So Drew, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, please, sir.
Oh, my pleasure. I've been at Buffalo Trace now as master blender for 18 years.
Drew, can you tell us a little bit about this 1982 bottling?
Yes, this actually is one of the oldest vintage dated bourbons that we have, 1982, as you were saying. So everybody thinks, where were you in 1982? Some people weren't even born, but I was actually working and tasting at that time. So it kind of means something to me personally, because that's the year I started really tasting. And this particular bourbon being vintage dated, it was distilled in 1982. So when we say vintage, that's the year it was distilled. So it was distilled like almost 40 years ago. And it actually was aged for 19 years and then mellowed for 21 in a stainless steel tank. So 40 years of just sitting and waiting to be put into that bottle.
It's a part of history that you can't duplicate.
It's not just rare, it's ultra rare. I don't even know the descriptor to describe this whiskeys because it will never be reproduced. So you are actually purchasing some history and tasting some history.
Let's just touch on the charities, if you don't mind, the 5 charities that we will be donating this money to.
Yeah, this is something that we're really excited about, is these nonprofits that we're actually going to use the proceeds and donate to them. And one of them is the World Central Kitchens. And that's led by Jose Andres. He's a chef, a famous celebrity chef. They're actually helping pass out meals now to the refugees in Ukraine. So it's a very current and important charity. These people are really struggling, and this will help that for sure. The second one is the James Beard Foundation, and that's helping all these restaurants, these independent restaurants that are struggling through the pandemic. Another very important cause that this will help. And third one being the Elton John AIDS Foundation, and their goal is to eliminate AIDS by 2030, which is absolutely a great goal to have, and get rid of that virus forever would be great. The fourth charity is the Art of Elysium, and that's where artists are working for the benefit of others. So again, always giving for the benefit of others, which is fantastic. The last one, but not least, is 261 Fearless, another nonprofit. And really, it's a charity that unites and empowers women through running, through that social network of running. So 5 fabulous nonprofits, and actually in 2022, we're planning to give away for charity 2,022 different products, different bottles. So we're really embracing helping other charities do good for the world. So pretty exciting for us.
That's awesome. Incredible. You want to go through the tasting of the profile of what somebody will be getting of this piece of history?
Well, I feel bad because
I know you're killing
usually
me.
when I when I do tastings, people all have samples, especially if they're on a Zoom call like this. Yeah, I know the tears. So the first thing you're going to do, we usually like to nose the product first because you smell all the goodness, the essence of the whiskey. And all I can say, the first thing that comes to mind is exceptional. I mean, I'm going to make your lips water now, okay?
Like drooling.
You really get this enticing softness on the nose. It's just caressing your nostrils, your nasal passages. I can't even describe it accurately enough. It's just unbelievably soft and silky on the nose. And you get a rich vanilla, honey flavor initially, and then you get some fruit like a candied apple and just a whisper of oak that comes through. And that's all in perfect balance. So it's really seductive. You really want to. And so when we taste it, that nose translates to the palate really a sophisticated richness that you can't describe accurately enough, just like the nose, but you really get that buttery, silky initial mouthfeel. And then you get that apple pear fruitiness that comes through quite strong. You get hints of dark chocolate, maybe some dark cherries. And then as it finishes, you get that dark fruit, that plum cherries towards the back of your palate. And you get that lingering oak that's so gentle. It's not even bitter or tannic at all. It's just fabulous. It's like it was designed to be one of the best whiskeys in the world. And I really can't do it justice in describing, other that it's once in a lifetime experience. And if you have the bottle, you can actually have quite a few experiences, but it's once in a lifetime.